In today's video, we follow the complete afterlife of an Italian icon, Po, the Polizia di Stato Lamborghini Urus Performante. Thousands of these blue and white police SUVs, old but still functional, enter a vast outdoor junkyard maze. Welcome to Factory Founder, where we prove that recycling is not the end of the road. It is the beginning of another.
As far as the eye can see, thousands of identical blue and white Lamborghini Urus models are stacked haphazardly, some upright, some on their roofs, some crushed under the weight of others. The sun is directly overhead. There is no order here, only chaos. Each vehicle still bears the Polizia decal, the Italian flag, the roof light bar. Some still have functional batteries. We see light bars flickering weakly in the distance.
Watch that last one. Slow it down there.
By 1:10, a bulldozer pushes another row of Urus models into a fresh pile. This is not a scrapyard. This is a raw material mine. Workers separate the intact vehicles from the crushed ones using nothing more than trained eyes and yellow chalk. Intact vehicles, and most of these old but functional police Lamborghinis are surprisingly intact, go to the left lane. Their blue paint still gleams, their tires still have tread. These were well-maintained machines until their final day of service. At 1:55, an intact Urus enters the washing bay. High-pressure hot water at 80 degrees Celsius, mixed with biodegradable detergent, blasts every surface, undercarriage, engine bay, wheel arches, light bar crevices.
All right, sending it through again. Now it's clean.
The clean Lamborghini enters the depollution bay. A worker drains the gasoline tank, amber liquid flowing through a clear hose into a collection drum. Another worker, underneath the vehicle on a creeper, pulls the oil drain plug. Black engine oil, thick and warm, pours into a pan. A third worker recovers the air conditioning refrigerant, R1234F, a greenhouse gas that must never reach the atmosphere. The lithium-ion starter battery is removed with insulated tools. The AdBlue diesel exhaust fluid tank is siphoned dry. Nothing touches the ground. By 3:05, the vehicle is marked with colored chalk on the windshield, yellow for battery, red for fuel, blue for AdBlue. Every fluid has been captured for recycling or safe disposal. The Italian police Urus is now an empty shell, drained of its blood.
Marked.
The wiring is traced back through the headliner, disconnected and bagged for secure destruction. Interior dismantling begins, and this is where the Lamborghini's luxury pedigree meets industrial efficiency. A worker removes the driver's seat, 4 bolts, 3 electrical connectors, and the 25-kilogram Alcantara and leather assembly is carried out through the door. The rear bench follows. At 4:55, the steering wheel comes off, airbag first, then the wheel itself, still wrapped in its factory Alcantara. The dashboard is disassembled piece by piece. The door panels pop off. The headliner is peeled down from the roof. The carpet is cut into sections and rolled up.
The drive shaft is ready for sorting. I'm lowering the differential now. Looks good.
La trasmissione è quasi giù. Ok, ho il differenziale. Fatto. Vai piano.
The stripped body shell is lifted by a hydraulic crane and dropped into the primary shredder.
The next one now.
The twin shafts, each covered in hardened steel teeth, grab the A-pillar first. In slow motion, we see the blue paint flake, the aluminum deform, the roof fold. The shredder pulls the entire front corner of the Lamborghini into its gap and tears it apart. At 6:10, the fragments exit the primary shredder, fist-sized chunks of metal, plastic, glass and foam. They travel to the hammer mill, where 60 steel hammers spinning at 600 revolutions per minute reduce everything to 50mm pieces.
Keep an eye on the feed speed, it's getting backed up. Got it. I see that blue bumper piece coming now.
By 6:35, the Italian police Urus is no longer recognizable as a vehicle. It is a uniform stream of grey fragments, bouncing on a conveyor belt toward the separators. The fragments enter the magnetic separator. A powerful overhead electromagnet pulses on and off, lifting every piece of ferrous steel, suspension springs, chassis reinforcements, brake rotors out of the mix. The steel drops into a collection bin.
P0 is now just crumbs. Right. We'll collect this sample for analysis. Incredible what this machine can do.
The remaining non-ferrous metals, aluminum, copper, magnesium, continue to the eddy current separator. At 7:05, the eddy current creates a rapidly alternating magnetic field that repels the conductive non-ferrous metals. Aluminum body panels leap sideways. Copper wiring chunks arc through the air. Magnesium transmission pieces jump a short distance. Each metal lands in its own chute. By 7:30, the Italian police Urus has been divided into pure streams. Steel here, aluminum there, copper in a third bin, magnesium in a fourth. The non-metals, plastics, rubber, glass go to their own processing lines.
Magnesium recovery complete for batch number MP1T0422. Source Polizia di Stato Urus. Processing now. The PP regrind and crumb rubber are ready for transport. Understood? We're ahead of schedule.
At 7:50, the steel enters an electric arc furnace. 3 graphite electrodes descend, and arcs of electricity at 3,500 degrees Celsius turn the shredded suspension springs and chassis rails into a pool of liquid metal. Slag, the oxidized impurities from paint, coatings, and rust, floats to the top and is poured off. By 8:05, the molten steel is tapped into a ladle, alloyed with small amounts of manganese and silicon, and sent to the continuous caster. A glowing red strand emerges, is cut into 10-meter billets, and stacked to cool. At 8:20, we see the aluminum melting furnace, gentler than the steel furnace, melting at 660 degrees Celsius. The blue-painted body panels become liquid aluminum, are alloyed to 6061 specification, and cast into ingots. The copper from the wiring harnesses is electrolytically refined to 99.99% purity. The Italian police, Urus's materials are being reborn as industrial feedstock. The catalytic converters, 2 per vehicle, enter the plasma furnace. Inside, a plasma arc at 3,000 degrees Celsius vaporizes the ceramic substrate but leaves the precious metals intact. Platinum, palladium, and rhodium melt and pool at the bottom, then are cast into a door bar. From thousands of Italian police Urus models, this bar contains hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of precious metals. At 9:05, the lithium-ion batteries are deep discharged and shredded into black mass, a fine powder containing cobalt, nickel, lithium, and manganese. At 9:15, the carbon fiber body panels, hoods and drive shafts enter a pyrolysis oven. The resin burns away, leaving pure carbon fibers, fluffy, black, and valuable. These will be chopped and mixed with new resin to create recycled carbon fiber.
The PP regrind for Germany is loaded. Check the manifest for Turkey. Verified. The rubber bales are next. Ready to load. Keep it steady, down just a little more. Checking the levels now, perfect. We're ready for the plating process. Okay, that's everything for the Urus. Affirmative. Manifest complete. Line it up there. Perfect. Lower it down now. Okay, good. Right, let's move out.
Proceeding with unload.
Confirmed. Containers are secure. Moving them onto the belt now.
Keep the mist even on the road.
Copy that.
And ensure the train cars are loaded properly.
We're on it.
Pallet 4 is confirmed. Sign here. Verified.